Welcome back to Apex Alchemy. Today we're going to do a run over of the collection. Probably don't go over every single knife we got in the house. Definitely not, because we got some set back
Got
that are
fixed
for
blades.
yeah, we got some set back for giveaways. We got some fixed blades and stuff like that. We're just going to go over some folders that we have. But first of all, like the video, please push like. That would help out tremendously. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. We generally go to live. It's on Saturdays at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow, which will be May the 6th, we will be going live when we get back home. Not sure what time that'll be. It may be later. Definitely will be a little later than anticipated. We're doing a family night with kids, and we'll go live when we get back though. Mm-hmm. But just to start this off, this is the oldest knife in my collection. Sad to say, because it's not a very old knife, but it's 2019. I believe I think it was 2019, 2018, 2019, something like that. It was Father's Day present from the kids, and it's a Kershaw Knockout. It's the one that's in 14C28. They do make an M390 variant. I don't think they make any. I believe this is like the stock standard variant was 14C28. I don't think they made one with like 8CR or anything like that. It's a USA made. It's subframe lock. This knife is what Nick Chaves would say was like a gem. It's overlooked. It's underappreciated. It's got a very thin profile. Kind of feels like that Code 4, like Code Steel Code 4 in hand. Aluminum frame. It's a no frills type of clip point knife, man. It's just like it's a winner in my book. So we'll set it right here. You want to talk about Stangram?
And I never this is my oldest. This is the first one that I got. If you watched my Sentimental Knives video, I went over it. Tangram Vector. I remember it's a V, and I never can remember the name, but it's button lock. It used to drop down a lot easier than it does now, but it's aluminum handle. It's real easy to operate. That's why I liked it, because I was able to operate it one-handed easily. So that's my oldest in the collection.
Awesome. Well, we'll go over some gifts. Okay, so Courtney gave me this Paramilitary 2. This is it's dirty. It's used. It's the S90V version. It's a DLT exclusive. So we got the black DLC coating, and this one's engraved. But this knife gets a lot of use, and I very much enjoy having this one in the collection. It's just a no-brainer type of work utility knife type thing. Like, there's certain tasks that come up, and there's no question which knife I'm going to pick up. It's going to be this one. Just an excellent slicer, comfortable in hand. Gifts you want to go over yet? Oh, okay.
Got my Roxi over there. And this one was from Satu Dave and Hot Rod. Roxi 3. So we knife. Satu Dave did the finish on this one to match one of Billy's knives that he did for him. So, and I can reverse flick this one. Ha ha.
There you go.
So
it's a really cool knife.
Yes, it is. So that's one gift of mine.
Okay. Go over that one. This was my original Christmas gift on 2022, and I just wasn't really pleased with it, so she bought me this too. Wasn't trying to be an asshole about the gift. It was just the knife just underperformed. Dave took it in, did surgery, created a titanium handle. It's
contoured.
It's contoured. So, as far as I know, we got the only contoured 229 in existence. So I call this 229 SDC, which is like Satu Dave Custom, just to be a joke, but not really. But man, I mean, he's tight in the tolerances. I love this knife. It gets carried all the time now. Like, I mean, it went from
Never
getting that out of the box to it never comes out of the pocket now. Like, it's just it's a mainstay. I'll say this one is a forever stay. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going anywhere. Like, if I probably come down to my last knife, this will be it. So and you know, like, let's you know, I guess as far as the gifts go, they'll probably all reach that nobility. You know, like, you know, they'll stick around because they're gift knives and stuff. Like, I think that one will wrap up the gift knives.
Yeah. This one is the Kershaw Promo 2.
It's kind of like a cathode.
Cathode, yeah. And this one come from Nick Edwards Behind the Edge. He sent this for me with a package. So it was another surprise. Both of them that I've gotten gift-wise from the knife community have been a complete surprise. Just notes in the packages when we get them in, like loaner knives or strops or whatever it may be. And this one's probably the smallest of my knives. Like, yeah, it's a little bitty one, but it still fits in my hand. I still get 4 fingers.
It's an excellent Amazon package opener.
Yeah,
shit like that, you know.
Yeah, and like, I don't have a pocket one that this one could not fit in.
Right, exactly. Okay, what are we gonna go over next? Okay, let's cover the buck. Like, the buck started off as mine. Like, I don't think Courtney's really jiving on it, or vibing on it.
I just hadn't really thought to carry that one. It was in your pocket for so long. Like, I don't even think about it being here.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's totally fine. But like, it doesn't matter. Like, this would be my bug out. You know, like, a lot of people have the bug out for the smaller knife, and this would be it for me. This one's an S45VN. It's got the Paul Boss heat treated marble carbon fiber. And to me, like, I've been calling it Little Bro. Like, I don't think I've told Courtney that, but like, I was just like since we got the Direware with the marble carbon fiber, like a Big Bro and Little Bro. So this is Little Bro. We'll cover Big Bro here in a second. But I like I doubt. I think this would probably be a forever knife as well. Like, all the gifts would be forever knives because they're gifts, you know. Like, but like. This knife I've actually is grown on me, you know. Like, it went from one of those.
It was a forced grow on you.
It was a forced grow on me, but it grew on me. Like, so it turned out extremely happy with that knife. What else we got? You want to go over yours now?
Well, we'll do this one. All right, so this is a Todd Beggs Sharp by Design.
Whoa.
What?
It's a Todd Beggs Steelcraft.
Steelcraft, sorry.
We don't have a Sharp by Design.
Okay.
That's Brian to do.
Okay. Well, yeah, you know. Okay. Steelcraft.
Yeah. That knife's got a lot of abuse. I'm so glad to see that the Todd Beggs Steelcraft have come out with a budget version of that knife. Like, I think it's in D2 steel and G10 scales and stuff like that. I saw for the first time. I can't remember who posted it, man. I saw it on a Facebook group, but like, it was interesting to see, like, they got the bodega and all that stuff out too.
I can't remember what the steel is on this one. S35.
Yes, it says 35VN, and it's made by Riot. Yeah. The full size glimpse was actually made by We. Like the Glimpse 7.0 that was released around that same time frame. But
this one's carbon fiber as well, and Titanium, it's so smooth. Like everything on this just feels smooth. That knife's money, man. Yeah, that knife is to me, that knife performs better than the full size Glimpse. You know, and it was my first. Ooh. Yeah. Now I feel the difference. Okay, I got it.
Right. Probably like my first knife this go around that I bought for myself that I was like
excited to check out?
Yeah. I was like, it was one of them. Like, after I got the Kershaw rendezvous or the Kershaw CQC11, I like in research, I found out that it was based off the rendezvous. Kind of decided I wanted to try it. Glad I did. I don't see myself ever getting rid of this one either, just because it's like, well, for one, it's my only Kershaw. We don't collect brands around here. Like if we do, it's coincidental. There's a lot of people that will go over this brand by brand, but we don't really have a brand collection. Like we don't. If we did, it would probably be Cold Steel.
And I'm starting on a Wii.
Yeah, and Kizer, is, but like we don't have many multiples of many brands. So like that's my Kershaw. I'm sorry, that's my Emerson Rendezvous on 154 cm. I love this fucking knife. Like it's just it's not an amazing piece of machinery. Like there's nothing
spectacular.
Yeah, it's not flashy, but I like it. I like it for what it is. For what it is, it's just a hard, it's a hard use beater knife, man, and I respect that. Like it feels that void, it scratches that itch to have one of those around.
All right, so this is my Wii Kitefin.
Beautiful, man.
Yes, I love the handle on this one, and it's very thin profile.
Yeah, it's an excellent slicer.
Feels really good in hand. The jimping right there was one of the things that made me realize there's definitely a difference in jimping.
Yeah.
On knives. It's got the small, like, gonna stop your finger jimping.
Right.
And it's frame lock. Got this one off of, I don't remember where did it?
You were out shopping with some buddies. And
there we go. Found that one.
All right. Okay, let's say Big Brother. This is the Direware. Just included this one in the collection last week, which, if you're a subscriber, you probably already know that. Got this one from Satu Dave. It has had a flipper delete. This one is an M390. It's a solo. I was calling it a version 6 because I saw one that had the same scale on it. But this is not a version 6. We don't know exactly what version it is. Dave said the best of his knowledge it was either a 2 or a 3. So it's an older one. But like it's you see here where the E's cut off a little bit. He made the finger choil bigger and did an excellent job deleting the flipper. And somebody out there is probably cringing because this is a pretty expensive knife to go chopping on. But like, watch this. This grip. That grip right there, like that's when I flip this knife open, that's my automatic grip that I go to. Like, and I've been using it this week. Sorry.
Behind camera, you can't.
Yeah, I'm not performing, but like that's the automatic grip I go to. That grip would not be possible
without the modification.
Without the modification. I'm not saying that you couldn't do something similar, but you'd be going around a big flipper in order to be able to do it, and it's got a bigger finger choil up here too. So that, to me, adds usability value to it. So I told Dave, this knife just fits my hand perfect. I love this knife, like everything about it. Like, I would assume this is going to be a forever knife as well. But I'll stick that over there by little brother.
Then we have the Kizer Extra Mini Paragon.
I like that knife.
Yes. It's got the Damascus handles. And what is this one in?
That's in 3V.
3V, yeah.
Pretty interesting still for a folder,
and the weight of that blade, like, it just drops. That. Yeah.
It's been a while since this knife is it's the action on it's money, like
that would be like my bruiser.
Yeah, it's kind of got that mini bruiser vibe thing going
Yeah.
on with it. Like it's got a little handle, but it's it's got a nice big chunky blade. With I respect that. Like I was talking to what's his name, Sean from RSK. The guy that designed these knives. He wasn't aware that the mini Paragon or the extra mini Paragon was coming out. That was something that Kizer did. Like without without consulting him. But I mean, like he didn't mind.
Right.
He was like, I just found out about these. But like what was I getting at? I was talking to him.
We were talking about it being a bruiser, like a mini bruiser version.
He's trying to talk Kizer into doing the knife with just the drop point, without the recurve, without the multi grinds and stuff like that. Just like a drop point version, like because he makes the Paragon, in mostly in drop point. And he says it's he's like it's much more usable blade, man. And like I don't understand why they don't like like offer it in something else besides that recurve. But regardless, that's what this is. Kizer Extra Mini Paragon 3V. That's a White Mountain Knives exclusive. They're still available, and the XL should be coming out pretty soon. I don't know if we'll be able to keep them all in frame. We'll try. Already all kind of not all in frame anyway. All right, well, what else you got?
We've got all this.
Okay. We'll just pick something. Oh. Grayman Satu. It's a good, like, I put the poll up to see if, how many people would want to see it, and like, there wasn't a whole lot of voters yet, but like, it was at 100%. They wanted to see the collection video, and I'm glad they did, because like, I need to get this knife to satisfaction. Like he was wanting to borrow it, and, or I offered, like he was talking about the Satu being like a grail knife, and, he said that Satu Dave sent him one at one point, and he was able to play around with it, and I told him that I wouldn't mind him checking this one out either, and Dopey wants to see it too. So like I do want to send this off to those guys, but it's a Grayman Satu that it's no longer made. They're kind of hard to come by, but when they're not impossible. They're just not what I would call a common knife, but it's a full titanium frame lock. This one has. You'll notice like it doesn't have a lanyard hole, like the lanyard hole's here, but like it doesn't go all the way through. And that's because it's got one of Satu Dave's
titanium backspacers.
Yeah, titanium backspacers. And when he makes the titanium show sides, he doesn't put a lanyard hole on there. He's like a lanyard hole delete. So I still want one of those. I know he's in the like he's got his thing going on, getting his shop up and stuff. But like eventually, in the future, like it doesn't have to be the near future. But in the future, at some point, if he ever makes any more Satu scales, I'll probably want to pick one up just to have the matching scale for the backspacer. But yeah, it's definitely a mainstay. Like this is not. It's not something I consider trading off or getting rid of on a permanent basis.
Then I've got the Rat 2, which is another one just right for my hand and size.
Is that one an AUS 8 or AUS 8?
Yep, AUS 8.
Okay.
Model 2. And made in Taiwan. So
that's a no bullshit knife, just
right.
Just a cheap little beater.
Like it's easy to get open one-handed, but it ain't broke in good for the closing one-handed.
A lot of rats were never really known for having superb fall action or anything. I think the bigger one might be a little bit better. I got to where I could flip this one, reverse flick it, but yeah, okay. So that's the rat number 1. It's just a beater, dude. Like that's all it is. It's like it's
great.
It's a great work.
Great knives for the what, $35?
Right, and now they make them in S35VN for $99.
Okay.
Which is interesting. Like honestly, personally, I was talking to Greg at PTSD earlier today on the phone, and we were talking about the D2 and how the only reason why people are shying away from it is because there's so much of it out there now, and it's a shame because D2 is an excellent steel. They already make a rat in D2, and I wouldn't consider it S35VN to be that much of an upgrade, to be honest. Is it an upgrade? Maybe, but is it 3 times the price of a D2? Upgrade?
Yeah.
Not necessarily, not in my opinion, but that's not for me to. I mean, I hope they sell well. Wish them the best of luck. But yeah, this is just an AUS 8 as well, and a lot of people do prefer Ontario's AUS 8 over their D2. It's kind of like a Kershaw D2 over their CPM 20CV for me. So I didn't feel like I was missing out really by grabbing up the standard AUS 8 version because there's so much information out there about the AUS 8 actually being heat treated better and holding, being a tougher steel and whatever. So that's that, man. I got the Rat 1, and that's not a forever stay type of knife. Like if that's a no feelings getting hurt if it
I accidentally
disappears.
lost it or
Right. Go ahead, man. Love this knife. Oh my God.
I did get it open that time. This one, it feels great. Like I love the way it feels in hand once I've got it open. Whenever I was ordering this one, I did not realize that the front flipper and what little bit of what do they call that? The
nail nick, or there's different names for it and stuff. It's not really a nail nick. I guess that would be like a
fuller. Is that
maybe
what they call
something
that?
like that.
But anyway, I didn't realize. I realized whenever I was picking this out, I was like, "Ooh, I like that. I want to check out that petrified fish," because I'd had my hands on one other petrified fish at that point, and that was the giveaway
the Warrior.
we did. Yeah. And
Yeah.
they feel great. And this one's no different. Like the action and all, whenever I get it open, which is harder to do here.
I keep this one beside my chair,
on camera, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, I screw up. I'll sit there watching TV, man, and just flick this thing back and forth. This is the mini Beluga, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And it's in. I don't remember. I think this is in 14C28. Let's see. Yeah, this is in 14C28N. So it's the same steel as that Kershaw knockout over there. But I love fidgeting with this knife. I would like to get a full size version of it, just to see if it's
as fidgety.
Yeah, see if it's as fun. But this one pretty much stays on my arm, on the chair of the on the arm of the chair. That I play with while I'm watching TV. A lot of times it'll be YouTube videos, but yeah, I love that knife. That knife's it's not one of those things like if we lost it, I probably wouldn't speed over to Amazon or wherever to replace it.
But it has its own
yeah.
little spot while it's here.
That's right. Okay. Oh man, that's a funny knife to throw in a collection video, but this is a Camillus Beast. It's one of those full size Hoss knives. I got this knife for like $5. I got it for $5 on eBay in an auction. It didn't have any bids on it, and so I bid the opening bid with 14 seconds to go, and I wound up winning it. It's in VG10. The G10 feels every bit as good as the G10 on the mini Beluga feels. It feels identical. You close your eyes and you tell this this G10's got the same kind of finish going on with it. And I got the pocket clip off of this knife right now, but this knife is just one of my buddies, Corey. I let him borrow a Code Steel 4 Max and a Scout, and he pulled this. He pulled a very similar knife, or the same model. Out of his pocket and let me play with it, and I was like, that's interesting. It's ugly and it's by its own rights. It doesn't have the greatest action, but for $5, big old beastie VG10 blade, and a flow through design. Like I'm almost positive it's Chinese or whatever, but I want to say the brand new price of it was something like 79, 89, something like that. But this one's well used, and that is totally fine with me. But it will not be possible for us to keep all this stuff in frame, so we'll, it's not a huge deal. But let's go over this one.
Okay.
This is the Tac Ops. What do they call it?
Falcon.
Falcon, yeah, Tac Ops Falcon. This was designed by Chris Reeve and Bill Harsey, and we got it for Courtney. And dude, it's in 13C26 Sandvik steel, and with a Tonto edge. I love
Partial
this
serrated
knife,
blade.
man. Like it. This knife just screams quality, and I need to get this one out today because I wanted to send it to him just so he could check it out. But like, I'm under no impression that this is built as good as a Harsey Folder or a Chris Reeves Sabenza or anything like that. But man,
But it isn't built cheap.
Dude, we picked it up for like $130, and I have no regrets.
It's very smooth.
0 minutes lost on sleeping. It's got an excellent pivot. It's got this. One of my quality metrics is, can I move the blade side to side? There's no moving that blade side to side at all when the blade is closed. I'm not talking about like when it's open having side to side action. That is like completely unacceptable. But when it's closed, most knives have side to side action. This one does not. Much like the Satu, it does not, and much like the Direware, does not. That's very few knives that I have. And after Dave got done with this one, it doesn't have any side to side either. So he's tightened the tolerances on that because it used to, but This knife is incredible. And it was one of those one-off finds too, because I've kind of been looking for another one.
Ain't been able to find one.
Nah, I ain't been able to find one. So anybody out there got one, don't like it, wanna flip it, make a little bit of cash, whatever, holler at me. I'm a player all day on these at specific prices or specific price points or whatever. But yes, I like aluminum handle.
And it's smooth. It feels so good.
And it's like a liner lock, but it's not, because it's the liner's bolted on. The only body screws that it has on it, so it's like an integral design. Kinda, it's not really. I mean, there's a backspacer here, but the knife is being held together by the pivot and that lanyard hole. The only body screws you got are holding in the liner, which is titanium. I believe if I remember right. But this knife was one of those one-offs, man. It's got a story. We got a video on it. But regardless, just man, you show me a better $130 knife and I'll buy it. Show me a better $130 knife, I'll buy me one and you one. But regardless, that's that one. And I would say that's a forever knife, for sure.
Yeah.
Not going anywhere.
All right. This is just a little cheapo
Kershaw Highball.
Feels really good. Aluminum handles.
Steel. It's stainless steel.
Is it stainless steel? Okay.
It's okay, though.
I do like the blue.
Yeah.
little shit like that's what usually catches my eye about a knife.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I think I like that one.
There's nothing wrong with that.
May have a little bit of ADD going. But this one, I mean, it's pretty easy to manipulate. Well, I say that, and then I can't get it to do much. But I haven't used this one much. It's I got it. It was cheap. Wanted to check it out. It's not one that usually gets taken with me very often, but it is here for now.
That's right. Okay. That's the ZT-0562. This is not a forever knife. This one's an S35VN. It's got an excellent edge on it by Lacey. If it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's up for trade and offers, whatever. I don't care. maybe a giveaway knife in the future. Who knows? But it's a great knife. But it's just not. It's not one of those knives that if it got lost, I'm not gonna go out and looking for another one. My
ZT time.
Pretty much, man.
Yeah.
You know, until like if they start making stuff again that sparks my interest, that's great. You know, but until then, until that day comes, I'm probably outgrown ZT for the time being. I still do very much like their Sinkovich designs. You know, like the 450 series, like or 460 series. I don't even know, man. You know the Sinkoviches. The Sinkovich, you know, like he's got a lot of designs with I was on 456, but he's also got the 450 and the 452 or something like that. Maybe it's
There's
the 460.
several.
Yeah. Lots of cool Dmitry Sinkovich designs. But this one, titanium frame lock with a G10 scale on that side. And it's just, you know, it's a 0562. Who doesn't know about that one? But you know, we got videos on that one as well. But it's not a bad knife. Great, you know, everyday carry knife, but it's just not in my interest right now. Just I guess say it simply.
All right, and then I've got the Kizer mini Begleiter. And if you've been around for a while, you've seen this one. This is the one we tried to do our first anodizing on. So
it's an M390.
Yep.
I like that knife. You know, as far as the action goes, I'm not crazy about putting it in and out of pocket.
Right. It's got a very aggressive frag
yeah.
pattern on the handles.
The frag's pretty sharp. You know,
yeah.
Like it's you know,
it's not a smoothed over.
Not at all.
Type nice finish on the frag. But
it gets caught in between that pocket clip.
Yeah.
And it just like destroys whatever's going to be in between it. Like I was picking lint out of that thing
for a while.
Yeah, well, you know, for a few minutes anyway.
But yeah, so got that one. It's another one of the Kizers.
That's right. Okay, well, I'll move some stuff out of the way for some code steels. Which, you know, we're almost done. Just kind of want to make sure we got enough room for the 4MXs. But you got this one right here. Man.
You've used the crap out of that.
Dude, this thing has probably been my most carried knife as far as a folder, besides the buck. But like, you know, voluntarily, like just grabbing a knife and going. Like when I first got it, I wasn't really sure I was going to like it. I have grown to absolutely love this 8015. Like absolutely love it, man. And like it fits like a glove or something, you know, like however you want to say it. It's got S35 steel on it. It's got one of Lacey's edges on it. It's hair woodland sharp. I don't think I could get rid of it. You know, like, you know, if I did, I probably would want to hunt another one down. Probably in the same configuration too. Like you know, it's crazy. I'm not a huge DLC fan by default, but you know, I've come across some DLC blades recently that or you know, this time around that have kind of, you know, like have made everything okay with that. You know, like with the Chaves and the Direware. Even, you know, the Spider, the PM2, anyway, the Roxi.
Yeah.
But like, there's like I'm starting to be okay with the DLC. You know, like as far as aesthetics go, like it's never been a problem performance wise. I just don't. I'm kind of one of those guys like I can understand putting DLC on 3V.
But to protect it more.
Yeah, but why? You know.
Why on these other blades?
It's just aesthetics when it's on a stainless steel, you know, like, and that's just my humble opinion. But that's 8015. Love that knife. If it got stolen, I'd replace it. in a heartbeat. Okay, Code Steel 4MAX Scout. This is my third one in a very short amount of time. The first one ended up with a friend, the cop buddy I was telling you about. We worked out a deal. He got that knife off of me, and I picked this one up off of eBay. But we picked up another one to give away, and we gave it away on one of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah. I mean, like I believe. I know I come out with that video, that short saying it's not an excellent work knife. For what I do for a living, man, y'all, things I can do
Off camera.
Yeah, with my hands not liking, trying to be there for the camera. But yeah, anyway, it's still absolutely worth having around, especially if like Midway USA still has them for $49.99, because like I thought I was getting a bargain when I was paying $99 a piece for them. It's just every bit, like there's $100 worth of scrap metal in this knife. Like maybe not literally, but I mean like definitely not literally, but it's how can you beat this knife for $50, man? Like for what it is. It's just it's a great knife. Now, okay, so this is the 4MAX Elite. It's Taiwanese. It's S35VN. This is a brand new addition to the collection. I got it from Satu Dave, and I don't know. I don't know much about it. I know it's the titanium liners, titanium backspacers, and the lock is supposed to be titanium as well. G10. So it's a lot. It's much smoother in and out of pocket than the Scout. The Scout's got that skateboard type grip tape, texturing, and so like this knife is much more pleasant to go in and out of pocket. So I can't wait to carry it so I can give you an actual opinion on it. Okay, this is the last one.
Last one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the Code Steel 4MAX USA knife, and it's had some stuff done to it. Like it's got this Emerson wave type feature going on with it. It works. Like I heard Dave say it worked, but I actually put it in my pocket and tried it out. Like whenever I opened up the package, it's got a custom thumb stud only on one side. It's in CPM 20CV. It has been Rockwell tested. I want to say it come in at 56, which most people will consider soft for that steel. But like that's goes back to the whole, like some companies, like this AUS 10 gets a lot of praise from when Code Steel makes a knife in AUS 10. They do a really good job with AUS 10 and AUS 8, 4116, stuff like that, where they like they might not do so good with the 20CV.
Right.
But regardless, the heat treat stuff's like, it really don't bother me. When you got enough knives that like you don't have to worry about, like as long as I stay sharp for a week.
Right.
Like you're going to be okay. You got 59.
Or if you're stuck out on the road for a week, your knife's going to last it.
Yeah. That is it, y'all. Like, and I know that's still a 40-minute video, so sorry. But like, we'll run through them as fast as we possibly could. I'm on my last, like this camera stand we got.
Has got to go.
It's got to go. It's on my last nerve. Like it's not being good anymore. Anyway, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. We very much appreciate you. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. If you if you're ever free on Saturday nights, so far it's been 8 o'clock, but that's scheduled to change. Like we're just we're in the early phases of this going live every week thing, And so like we
trying to find a spot to fit in that we're not
Yeah,
stepping on other people's toes or everybody that's watching us having to try to bounce back and forth.
Yeah. So we'll find our time eventually, but as of right now, we're trying 8 o'clock. But this is Cinco de Mayo 2023. So if you're coming around tomorrow for the live, it will be late. Just a reminder. We will cover our fixed blades in a different video. This video is long enough, so this is just the folders, and we got too many knives. All right, thanks for watching.
You got
again.
too many. I've only got a handful.
I think you had pretty much just about one for one woman.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Wait till we get to the fixed blades, woman.
Yeah.
All right, well, you guys. We'll catch you on the flip side.